Next Goal Wins is Taika Waititi's film. It is the true story of a team from American Samoa that has never scored a goal. True sports story. And with the 2014 World Cup qualifiers approaching, they bring in a, failed player to coach the team from American Samoa to victory, or at least one goal. It stars, actually, Taika Waititi's in the movie. He kind of does this. Taika Waititi has a habit. He kind of opens the film saying, "You're about to see the story of," and he's got the New Zealand accent. And it's, I don't know that you needed that, but whatever. Michael Fassbender plays Thomas Rungan, this failed player who tragically lost he's an alcoholic and tragically lost his daughter in an accident. And it's tortured him. He just has checked out of life. And they send him off to American Samoa as two parts. One, to help the team, and two, to help heal from the loss of his daughter. He meets a ragtag group of just misfits, some of them very good players and some of them awful, but they don't play as a team. And I hate to say this. I don't hate to say this. I actually really like sports movies. Just the whole idea of sports movies are really simple. You either, just like in sports, you either win or you lose. Sometimes when you lose, you really win, because what do you win? You win respect, or you get a lesson. And this is kind of one of those movies. I'd say that it's more of a comedy, like in the vein of like a Bad News Bears, not as good as Bad News Bears, but it's in the vein of more comedy than sports film. There is a trans character named Jaya, and there's a whole conflict with Thomas and Jaya over like her identity and whatnot. I'll say this. They do kind of mix in some actual footage from the real people. This is based on a real person. This actually happened. So some people might have a problem with the trans. I thought the trans character was very, I thought that storyline was well handled. I thought it was well handled. And also based on, I didn't feel like there was any sort of anything being pushed. Just a person dealing with identity. So this is a male to female, but because this person is a male, they're on the team. So Will Arnett is in it, and Elizabeth Moss, who I like. They're the ones that kind of send Thomas off on this journey. And it's a little long. It's a little long. I could have probably shaved about 15 minutes off. In the end, I enjoyed it. Not the best film in the world. I'm giving a very mild recommendation, probably a 6 out of 10. But you kind of have to already like sports movies. If you like sports movies, like soccer, or sometimes known worldwide as football, you'll like this film. If you don't like sports movies, you will not like this movie at all. So a very mild, kind of tepid. It was fine, but not the greatest sports movie. There are better movies that do what this movie was trying to do. I did really like the cultural stuff about American Samoa, because there's Samoa and American Samoa, and they're kind of a rivalry and they hate each other. And I really like those aspects, all the cultural aspects where they try to like Thomas is just like, he's just drinking alcohol through the whole thing. He's plastered. And when he finally breaks down and he's vulnerable in front of the team, I thought those were the best parts of the movie. So kudos to Michael Fassbender for taking on the role. A decent sports film, not the best in the world.
Was it funny?
There are parts that are very funny. I think it's because the characters are very endearing. The characters were endearing. So there you go.
And you're not Taika fatigue, are you?
Well, I'm just glad this isn't a superhero film. That's what I'll say. Is I believe that Taika Waititi is a very talented director, and I like to see him in something. Some people might be a little annoyed by some of the mess, what like some might perceive as messaging with regard to the trans character, but this was a real person. I mean, they show footage at the end showing like sort of a like what happened to these people or who they are. And the Michael Fassbender character, he kind of looks like the guy in real life, which was kind of cool to see. So,
right. So the trans character is basically brought in because it's part of the true story.
Yeah.